What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Monday Night Gear Talk here on KingJvpes, a segment we do every single Monday night talking about the gear I'm going to be using, some stuff that I've been using previously, and just gear in general. Now in tonight's episode, I'm going to be covering a topic or more of a subject, an issue that I'm going to be facing this whole entire week. So planning for October was actually really difficult and finding little pieces here and there, especially factoring work and school and stuff like that. So for some reason, I booked 5 shoots within the whole entire 7 days of the week. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I have a shoot every single one of those days this week. Now, usually I would have time to prepare maybe like 3 to 4 days what gear I'm going to be using exactly for the shoot, because every shoot is different. You're going to need different lenses, different cameras, and stuff like that. But because all of these are within the same span of this whole entire week, I'm going to have to find a setup that works for me, you know, that'll range from shooting environmental portraits all the way up to doing senior portraits as well. So that's the process I'm going to show you guys tonight. I'm going to bring you down in a little bit to talk about some of the gear I'm going to be taking with me, some of the lenses, and my choices and why I made those choices. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring you down and show you what I'm going to bring this week. Alright you guys, so now that we're down low, I'm going to go ahead and start it off by showing you the possible cameras I'm going to bring for the shoots. Now, 2 of the shoots are environmental portraits. The other ones, one of them is a senior portrait and the other one is just, it's kind of like a fashion, editorial type of style. So with that being said, a lot of that might require me to move around and, you know, kind of be quick with my movements. So let's keep that in mind when choosing the camera. Now, obviously my first choice would probably be the Sony A6000, super compact, mirrorless camera, great high resolution. You can't ask for more. So this is option number 1. Or I can bring the Canon 5D Classic, a little bit bulkier, but at the same time it's still full frame and I have lenses that'll go with it as well. Now, considering what kind of shoots we're doing this week, I really am aiming towards the A6000 just because it's a little bit smaller and I kind of know the camera more. The 5D I still have to figure out and learn more about. So I think for the meantime, right now, I'll be taking the A6000. I'll probably keep the 5D in my car though, just like in a backup bag. You know, just in case something goes wrong with the A6000, at least I have the 5D as a backup. Okay, so now that we have our main camera, the A6000, when I shoot portraits, I need something a little bit heavier and bigger. I don't know, I mean, it's good to keep it small and compact and light like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a battery grip to the bottom of this as well. So the battery grip will go ahead and help me get some more grip, extra battery life, and it'll allow me to use the vertical shutter. So let me go ahead and attach this really quick. Now this battery grip is an external one. So this battery grip is something that I just got off the internet. It was, I think it was Makey, I don't know, but it's that super cheap brand they make super cheap products. So I found this one for the A6000 and thought it'd be useful, and you know, so far using it, super dope vertical grip, especially for the A6000. If you guys haven't checked it out already, I'll go ahead and link a description down below. If you take portraits, if you take a lot of portraits, using this thing right here gives you much more comfortable grip with the A6000. One of the draw sides though is you have to plug it in on the side here in order to use that vertical shutter release, but that's no issue. You honestly don't even feel it. So this is what it looks like afterwards with the kit lens. Pretty solid actually, in my opinion. It feels really good in the hands. Alright, so now that we have the camera of choice with us, the A6000 and the vertical battery grip, I think I'm gonna bring the kit lens just because, you know, if ever needed, absolutely ever needed, I have it for backup. I only have it on here right now because I just got done shooting a video, but the kit lens, it's basic, it'll get the job done. I'm just gonna keep it with me. Now, as for other lenses, I have to make a decision to go either very, very, very narrow, to go a little bit more wide, or to stay in that wide range, because keep in mind I'm shooting environmental as well. And I'm also shooting senior portraits and, you know, like a fashion thing. So I think being wide would be good. So the first lens I think I'm gonna go ahead and use is this guy right here. This is the Sony 35mm 1.8. This is the SEL 35 1.8. I actually got this thing a couple days ago and it's been treating me well. Even though it's a 35mm lens, it's 52.5 equivalent. So it's kind of a standard a nifty 50 in a sense, but gets you some really dope, great quality portraits. 50 might be to some people a little too narrow, but in my opinion, anything below 50 is more wide to me, and I can still use it, but I prefer the look of the 50 to my photos. I'll also be taking with me the Canon 50mm 1.4. A lot of people underestimate this lens. Now, a lot of people probably wouldn't go for manual focus, but because it's just portraits, why not? You know, you don't necessarily need something that's gonna be autofocus. So I'm definitely bringing this 51.4 with me just to aid in some of those, you know, really, if I wanna get some really good depth of field, bring this guy with me with the adapter. So far we have the 35 1.8 and we have the 50mm 1.4. Now, just in case I need to go extra close and be very tight in, I'm gonna bring the 85 1.8 by Canon, and I'm gonna adapt it with the Comlight EF to NEX adapter. So this will work on my Sony, so the autofocusing on this lens will go ahead and work on my A6000, and you know, it'll create those really creamy bokeh. So yee. Alright, so just a quick recap of what we have so far. We have the 51.4, the 35 1.8, the 85 1.8, and also the Comlight adapter. I think this is a pretty good setup for right now. So this is a good basis. Now I need to figure out some of the other things I'm gonna bring. So other than that, I think the only thing that I need now to bring is a flash. So just in case, I'm gonna bring this newer Speedlight NW320. I got some really dope shots out of this a couple weeks ago, and it's been performing beautifully. So definitely gonna bring the flash. Probably gonna use it a lot, especially for those senior portraits, filling in that fill light. Alright, you guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. If you guys have any suggestions on lenses I should use or other setups that I should bring, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. Very much needed. As always, thank you for supporting. Also, stick around for the end of the video to see all of the Minolta gang posts that I'm gonna feature at the end as well. As always, you guys have been killing it, and I really do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. Minolta gang for life. So yeah, let's get out of here. I'll see y'all in the next one.